Welcome to the midweek wrap on Yarra Rangers Life TV, the only hyper-local news program every week on Facebook and YouTube for the Yarra Valley and the Rangers. As always, we'll be sharing with you the latest local news headlines, the weather ahead, plus also what Yarra Rangers Life TV's been up to. And this week, we're broadcasting from Healesville Sanctuary's Wine and Wildlife Weekend. We've got some highlights to share with you later on in this episode. Check out that fuzzball behind me here up with the koalas. But now, it's time for the latest local news headlines presented by veteran Channel 9 and Channel 10 journalist, and now, of course, reading the news for Yarra Rangers Life TV, Mr. Jim Brown.
Thanks, Pat. Hi, I'm Jim Brown. Welcome to this week's edition of Midweek Wrap, brought to you once again from the glorious grounds of the Killara Estate Winery in Healesville East. Well, this is a week of looking at members of our community recognised in the Queen's Birthday Honours List. There are many recipients listed, but we have chosen just a few. The Rangers Trader Mail and the Ferntree Gully Mail have an OAM awarded to academic Tim Lindsay for his long-standing contribution to the study of Indonesian law, which has promoted understanding between our two countries. Mr. Lindsay says he fell in love with Indonesia when he first went there as a young man. He says it's a fascinating place, not just as a holiday destination, but also as our nearest neighbour. It will soon become a world economic power. On the front pages of the Mount Evelyn Mail and the Upper Yarra Mail, a tribute to local resident Anthony Mcaleer, a well-known and published historian, and his OAM was awarded for his service to the community and to military history. An active member of the Lilydale and Mount Evelyn RSLs and the Lilydale Historical Society, Anthony has for many years worked on books, public speaking and other projects to keep our Anzac history alive. Currently, he's recording stories from Vietnam veterans and says the greatest honour in his work is meeting the generations of people who have served their country. The Mountain Views Mail's front page OAM is George Miller, who founded a pony club and also a men's shed, which over the years has added so much to Yarra Glen's community appeal. He is known for his ability to get things done with the help of the local community and the Yarra Rangers Council. The Mountain Views Mail also reports an OAM for a man who has played such a big role in the history of Australian television, Gordon Bennett, who now lives in Sherbrooke. Gordon was there as a 14-year-old office boy when Channel 7 was launched 60 years ago. He rose through the ranks from a cameraman to a producer, documentary maker and Channel 7 senior executive. The 1956 Olympics and the Royal Children's Hospital Good Friday appeal are just some of the projects he has worked on in an industry he still passionately loves. So there you are, great tributes to the unsung heroes among us. I'm Jim Brown. Thank you for watching Yarra Rangers Life TV Midweek Wrap. Stand by now for the weather.
Thanks, Jim, for reading the latest local news headlines for us, of course. What have we been up to? Well, as always, we've been pretty busy, and on Thursday we shared the story of Melba Support Services, the Able Bakehouse's massive fundraiser, the big one. It's the high tea event that was held up at Mount Evelyn. 110 people were in attendance there, of course. Also some wonderful food, and a great event was held by all, and some wonderful artwork was on display there as well. What else have we been up to? Then, of course, on Friday evening, we went to Belgrave CFA's 35th annual art show. Of course, the art show there, it's raising funds, of course, for the Belgrave CFA, much needed funds. And here's some highlights from our interview with the captain, as well as one of the longest serving members in the brigade there as well. much. Now, I know that some of your members have worked long hours and tirelessly to get this wonderful art
the art
together.
show committee and the members, mainly the committee, but the members have put a lot of work in and a lot of hours in, so really congratulations to them. And they do it every year, and as I say, this is our 35th art show. Over the years we've had a lot of members put in a lot of time and a lot of hard work, and they really need to be congratulated, so
absolutely
well done to them.
Kudos to those guys, well done to everyone involved in organising this fantastic art show. As you heard the captain of Belgrave CFA, Phil, here just say, it's the 35th, it's been happening for 35 years. It's of course raising money and supporting the Belgrave CFA. So come on down, check out the artwork over this long weekend. And you've been part of the Brigade here in Belgrave now for how many years?
Oh, be around 50 or so, but I've been in the CFA 65 years.
65 years. Yeah, that's a wonderful effort from a volunteering and a service point of view. We love to acknowledge our volunteers, and so thank you very much for your service over the years to the community in your capacity here at the CFA.
Good, thank you.
Thank you very much. Now that's the end of this week's midweek wrap. It's our 55th, as you heard me say before. Now be sure to like us and follow us to receive notifications whenever we go live. We've got lots more live events coming up, and the big one coming up over the next couple of weeks is the Belgrave Lantern Parade. So be sure to like us and follow us and receive a notification when we go live from there. And also come on down, because it's a massive, massive event. As always, big thanks to Jim Brown for reading the latest local news headlines for us. Of course, Mitchell Hatten, cameraman extraordinaire, Tremaine Cedrus, production assistant, and Keaton Webb, who helped us out with some of our production as well. As always, I'm Pat Boucher. You've been watching Yarra Rangers Live TV's midweek wrap. We're living, we're loving, and we're sharing life in the Yarra Rangers only on Yarra Rangers Live TV. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Cheers.